Okay guys, what do you say we take a little break from the basement videos and look at the pool, huh? It's a little windy today, so I do apologize in advance if there's a lot of wind noise on the microphone. But as you can see, pool has been opened for 2016. And looking at the tiles, remember they were all replaced last year, they look very good. Everything held up great over the winter. And I'm really happy to see that. I'm sure my parents are too. You can see there's a little bit of dirt on the bottom. That just happens when they take the cover off because of the leaves. I get the leaves off every spring from the cover, but you know, there's a little bit of dirt left behind and it's hard to get off. But the pool's going to get vacuumed, so it's really no big deal. As you can see though, the water is very clear. It has a slight green tint to it, but considering how mild the winter was, this looks pretty damn good, I gotta say. And I looked at the thermometer, and the water's only 52 degrees, so definitely not swimmable yet, that's for sure. But yeah, everything's going along pretty well. Jet's right there. Waterfall's got to get cleaned out. I take care of that. There's the floating chlorinators just kind of hanging out there in the corner. And they're full of tablets, so that's good. And they put shock in the pool and, you know, everything else. Yeah, everything looks good. Looks like everything handled the winter really well. There's one of the jets right there, the middle jet. And the shallow one jet, all facing up like they should be. The Polaris isn't in the pool yet, obviously. They'll get put in once the initial vacuuming happens. They'll be in a couple to a few days, probably. I'm just really surprised how well the, how clear the water remained throughout the winter, considering how mild it was. That's pretty damn good. And like I said, all the new tiles and everything look great. And there's no pool repair project this year, so that's good. More enjoyment for the summer. And we'll walk around the other side. Everything looks good. See all the bricks and the stones did just fine over the winter. And there's the middle skimmer again. And yeah, tiles look great. This jet's the strongest because I think it's the closest to the equipment, so it gets the most pressure. All along there. Cabana will be opened again in like probably like a week or so. It's still pretty damn cold out for May. It's pretty pathetic, but you know, what can you do? But yeah, everything. Water's just a little foggy, probably from the movement of the water as they were opening it, and the pump running now, and filling chlorinators once again. Solar cover looks good. That'll be closed after I make this video. Good amount of dirt here by the end of the diving board. Just kind of settled there on the floor for now. But yeah, whole thing's running great. And there's the deep end jet. And yeah, it's pretty slimy on the bottom of the waterfall there, as you can see. So this will need some good cleaning. And that one too. I was pretty smart in the fall. As the leaves are coming down, I cleaned out the leaves every so often. So now, as you can see, there's much less for me that I got to do in that regard this year. So it should be much easier. I just got to spray it down, clean it off, pump out the water, and then it should be good to go for the summer. And just another shot here. Looks really good. Okay, let's over to the equipment. And just got to put away the winter cover pump. Walking. Okay, and here we are. We tested the heater. Heater works great, so that's good. It's not on right now, obviously. New multi-port valve, not a drip, and still turns beautifully. So, really happy to see that. I think there's a little bit of a leak from the O-ring up here, which really doesn't surprise me because the O-ring is now 20 years old. So I definitely say it did its job. So I just got to fix that, and it should be fine. You can see why there's a little bit of wetness here, but it's not bad. Pump housing is all dry, and booster pump is all dry, so that's awesome. So my shaft seal replacement that I did last year is still holding up, and that's awesome. And you can see the clear lids aren't on yet. Probably in a couple weeks or so I'll put those on, maybe after the pool gets vacuumed. And yeah, once again, no drips from the multi-port valve, and no water. This is just moisture from inside, and no water being stored in the sight glass for the backwashing line, so you know that's all nice and closed off like it should be. And no drips from the filter tank, so I'd say everything looks good. And Yep, there it is, just running along. And like I said, felt around the housing, and it was all dry. Same with the booster pump. So really happy to see that. And running great. And the waterfall pump is good. Just obviously, this won't be running until I get it cleaned out, obviously. Don't want all that dirty sludge going in the pool. Ugh. Pretty nasty it was in there, I gotta say. And like I said, heater works. Heater was tested, works fine, just not on yet for the time being. And filter pressure is very low, which is good. So that means the, let me just adjust this a little bit. This should be at 30, there we go. And like I said, really low pressure, so that means everything is flowing good. And that's pretty much it. No drips from here. I'm just really happy to see that. Really, really good. So the only bad thing is the temperature out here. I mean, it's just been so bad. It's like, you know, we have a mild winter, then we get a really cold spring. It's like, you know, 48 degrees in May, no one bats an eye. 65 degrees in December, everyone loses their minds. But hey, such is life. So there you guys have it. Just pool looks good. Just kind of dirty on the floor, but water is very clear. And everything is running well, and everything held up over the winter. Oh, you know what? Let me just get a shot of that side there, because remember that got damaged a couple of years ago. Then they fixed it. Just show you that it still looks good. Here we go. Let's just have a look. It's a little dirty, but not too bad. Just walk along. Everything is still in place. I fixed the skimmer cover a little bit. There we go. Yep. Stone is in place. Nothing shifted. Looks just as good as it did when they fixed it last year. Really happy to see that. And just got to clean these couple things off, and then that's it. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Pool is open for the year, and it is running beautifully. And the equipment looks good. So everything as of right now is in good working order, and that's what I'd like to see. So hope you enjoyed this video. And as usual, thank you for watching, and take care.